always looking for some way to entice people to eat more fruits and vegetables. And so this is a snack idea for fruit that I think that not only adults but kids will have a great time with. It's called Fresh Fruit with Cinnamon and Yogurt Dip. So what I have to start is a 6-ounce container of vanilla yogurt. And you can get the fat-free kind or the low-fat type, whichever one you want. And to that I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. We're just going to stir those together. Now the reason I'm doing this first is because it tastes a little bit better if it has time to blend in just a little bit for those flavors to marry together just a tad. But don't worry about getting it well stirred together or excessively stirred together. We're going to move it into another container before we're done because half of the fun of this one is how we're going to serve it. Now for the fruits, you need 2 cups of fruit, whatever is in season, whatever you can get your hands on that tastes really good. And I'm going to use a 1/4 of a cup of orange juice. If you can get fresh orange juice, squeeze an orange, all the better. Now the reason we're using the orange is partly because I've got apples in this one. If you have apples or pears or peaches, something that's going to darken, that's going to help prevent that darkening, but it's also going to add a lot of flavor. And so that's the other side of this that we want to get. So even if you're not using fruits that would darken, go ahead and use it. I'm even going to add the oranges to it. And the juice actually came from part of the orange. Now, I'm using different fruits. You could use all one kind, just whatever you've got that's going to be big enough that you can eat with your fingers or with a fork. So I've got those mixed together. Stir them up just a little bit to make sure that everything gets coated. Now this actually makes 4 servings, so the way you serve this is going to depend on the situation a little bit and how many people are there and how much fun you want to have with it. What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to put about 1/4 of this on a real pretty plate or something bright and colorful that represents summertime to me. I'm just going to scoop this up. Looks like enough. And I've got a small bowl here. What I don't like to have is I want to make sure that we don't have anybody double dipping. And so to avoid that, somebody taking a bite off an orange or an apple and sticking it right back in, I'm going to put it in its own little individual container, set it on that bright plate. And then if you have kids or adults, then think about how you want them to eat this. Now I've got a couple of options here. One that I like real well is chopsticks. It's always great for people to have the opportunity to learn how to use them when they're not in the middle of a restaurant where it may be embarrassing. So get a couple of chopsticks and have a good time. Another option, if you've got young children, you may have a lot of these. These are those junior forks, so they're small size. You can easily use those to go in. Another one that you may have around, this is a pickle fork. You may also have a cocktail fork, but anything that's kind of fun and a little bit different just to make the chance to enjoy fresh fruits and a nice cool dip and a wonderful snack a little bit more of an occasion than just going in the kitchen and grabbing an apple. I hope you'll enjoy this one. It's Fresh Fruit with Cinnamon Yogurt Dip. For Oklahoma Gardening, I'm Barbara Brown.